everybody, it's Heat Override, and I'm ready to bring the pain for you in Dr. Roto this week. If you haven't been to the site, get there. The Visionaries, Alicia's article, everybody's article, Chris's article. This is about winning out in your DFS. Let's get to it. Let's get some money. Let's make you our rich friend. Yeah. So let's do the Ultra Contrarian Show. Oh, yeah. Woo! I'm going a little wild because, it's been crazy the last few weeks. Like, my cash lineup is barely cashed a couple times, but outside those really great weeks, that's what you do. That's why you build a bankroll. We build it all up, and then when you only have them double up weeks, and you got to cover with the bets, That's why you got to listen to the Bring the Pain podcast that I just dropped right as well, too. Because, man, and then getting over there, reading the betting articles and checking out all the optimizers on drroto.com, you have nothing to lose but just gain money. Oh, yeah. Especially if you hit that subs-only Discord. Let's get to it. Quarterback, Sam Howell. I don't care. I'm running Sam Howell, 6,300 on DraftKings. That's usually a lot more money than I spend on quarterback sometimes on most lineups. 77 on FanDuel. Man, I mean, dude's throwing it over 40 times a game the last few games, man. I'm in. Whatever. Give me that. And I I don't like the Giants. So, done. We don't even need them. Running back, Brian Robinson Jr. Didn't see that coming. Man, it's priced DK, 5,800. Meanwhile, on FanDuel, 7,200. That's not too bad, but there's a lot of nice running backs right there around that 7,000 reason. So it's going to be a lot of pick and play. But that's why for this very contrarian lineup, you're going to see how I really get to it and what I'm going to build off of this. And then, I'm at the end, I'm going to talk to you about there's certain ways. Again, this is going to be one of those chameleon lineups I talk about so much that you're going to hit so many price points that you're going to be like, wow, this is going to be awesome. Because you can play at least off of just these very contrarian lineups. You can mold them and move them at least 3-4 different ways. Boom. Let's get to it. Wide receiver, DK Metcalf. Look, I'm a Rams fan, and I know the Rams don't do well against this. Lockett's a little banged up, but he'll play. And of course, JSN's going to be out there. Geno needs a Geno game. And Geno only gets a Geno game unless DK Metcalf. And DK Metcalf be always trying to slay on the Rams. Man, he always running. And our secondary is kind of almost trash. So, hey, man, that's the IDP guy telling you that, it's slim pickings out there. So that's why DK Metcalf's going to be crazy. Plus, 6,900 DraftKings. That's a nice sway because a lot of people may not be playing him. And then also FanDuel, 7,200. Again, that's that region I'm talking about. Tight end, Logan Thomas. There's your stack. Look, I looked at the wide receivers for the Commanders. Okay. Yeah, I was about to call them out. And they look really good. And the thing is Adoree Jackson is out as well, too. So that means that they're just going to be open up and running all the field. But man, Logan Thomas, just give me that 5 for 50. Right now, 3,700. That's about mid-price, and 5,300 on FanDuel. Of course, 37 being DraftKings. That gives me that stack. That gives me that middle and right there. And then Gibson right now is getting a lot of work too because they seem to have been working into the running backs a lot more than they're working into the receivers. So if they keep it under again, and they just kind of the Giants really aren't going to really put up a good matchup. Okay, I'm not expecting them to win. Let me just say that. All right, the Commanders are rolling the Giants. The Giants stink, and all it takes is a couple a turnover close, boom, Robinson touchdown, boom, touchdown. I mean, he could score 2 touchdowns this week. That's a lot, probably. And then so your defense, hey, Miami Dolphins defense. Miami's, they are at home. They got the Raiders coming in. The Raiders have been nice since the whole getting right without, moving on from McDaniels and Catwalk Jimmy G. Oh, yeah. But the thing is the Dolphins are just going to stomp them out, and they're getting Acme back. So let's just get on it. Let's just say, or A-Chain, whatever you want to call it. All right, let's get to it, right? So the very contrarian lineup. So you're going to have that. And you got to remember at the end of this, I'm going to switch one. So I'm going to go DraftKings FanDuel, and then I'm going to go back to the DraftKings one. Both lineups have 0 money left. Howell, Brian Robinson, Austin Eckler. Yeah. That's my dude. That's my hitting dude. I know people going to be on him. I got him in. DK Metcalf, Christian Watson, DJ Moore, Logan Thomas, Devin Singletary, Dolphins defense. Let's move over to FanDuel, right? Powell, Robinson Jr., Eckler, DK Metcalf, Watson, DJ Moore, Kincaid, Connor with the Steelers defense. Look, if you come off Kincaid, you could come off of Connor and move up. And you could come off of Watson and move up to a couple receivers right there. I'm telling you right now, this is like the bee's knees of the lineups right now. This is going to be this lineup should definitely get you your cash games lineups. But man, if this Washington game goes off and we can get at least 300 yards from Powell, 3 touchdowns, 2 Brian Robinson rushing touchdowns, and let's get Brian Robinson catching touchdown. I'll go 3 touchdowns. Why not? Right. And Logan Thomas, at least a touchdown, man. That's all we really need with that. And you're running it back with just playmakers right now with DK and DJ Moore, because Justin Fields is going to get more the rock in the rock. Dude, he's already been getting the rock. Okay. Right. Moore is about to go off. And I mean, he is not expensive at all. And then Watson just been playing with this 2 for 40, 2 for 58, whatever he's got. Right. He's playing with that 2 for 50. He's going to take one. And even Doc, when Alicia were talking about it as well, too, on their first look page, they were looking at him, too. And I've been throwing in a Watson lineup because sooner or later, that dude's going to hit. When that dude hits, he's going to be low owned, right? So let's get back to that DraftKings lineup. So if you go back to the DraftKings lineup and you come off of Logan Thomas, you can move to Higbee or Conquo. Or if you want to move all the way down to Freiermuth, you can move up off of Singletary to Connor. And you can even get in the Bills defense at that level as well, too. So there's a lot of play. Believe me, go put that lineup in and go and check that out. That's how you're going to bring the pains to the slates. Let's smash, let's cash, and always remember to bring the pain. May the points be with y'all, people. Woo!